A disembodied female cyborg with an intact human brain is found by scientist Dr. Dyson Ito in the gigantic Iron City scrapyard in the year 2563, 300 years after a terrible conflict known as the Fall destroyed much of Earth. Ito calls the new cyborg body Alita in honor of his late daughter after affixing it to the brain. After losing all memory of her past, Alita wakes up and immediately makes friends with Hugo, a young guy who aspires to move to the affluent sky city of Zalem. She also gets to know Ito's estranged ex-wife, Dr. Chirin. Later on, Hugo introduces Alita to Motorball, a racing game played by cyborg gladiators that is similar to Rollerball. Hugo stealthily plunders cyborgs of their parts for Vector, the proprietor of the Motorball competition and the de facto head of the factory, Iron City's regulatory body. Alita follows Ito one night. Grushka leads a group of cyborg serial killers that ambush them. With Ito hurt, Alita defends herself by using Panzerkunst, a long-lost martial technique for robot bodies. Grushka retreats when she damages him and kills two of the cyborgs. Ito admits that the factory has employed him as a bounty hunter, a hunter-warrior. Grushka seeks assistance from Dr. Chirin, a Vector employee. Alita thinks that battling will help her find her history, but Ito tells her not to become a hunter-warrior. Outside of the city, Alita discovers a highly developed cyborg body inside a wrecked spacecraft. Ito declines to place Alita in the body after realizing that it belonged to a Berserker, one of the deadly shock troops of the enemy country United Republic of Mars, URM, from the Fall, of which Alita was a member. Alita registers as a hunter-warrior out of frustration. She and Hugo are unable to enlist more hunter-warriors to assist her in defeating Grushka at the Kansas bar. When Alita confronts Sapan, a cybernetic hunter-warrior bully, she gives him a hard beating, starting a wild bar fight that ends when Ito shows there to break things up. Unexpectedly, an enhanced Grushka shows up and challenges Alita to a fight, revealing that Nova, the technocrat overlord of Zalem, has ordered him to destroy her. Grushka damages Alita's physique despite her fighting prowess. Nevertheless, Ito, Hugo, and hunter-warrior Dogmaster McTeague show up and drive Grushka to retreat. After apologizing, Ito puts Alita back into the body of a Berserker. Alita enters a Motorball tryout race for the prize money to send Hugo to Zalem after falling in love with him. Hugo decides to give up his illegal work as a result of his friendship with Alita. When he goes to confront his companion Tanji, Sapan shows up, murders Tanji, and accuses Hugo of killing another cyborg. After barely escaping, Hugo phones Alita for assistance. She leaves the race and finds him at the same time as Sapan. Hugo is fatally wounded by Sapan. Having decided against continuing the work for Vector, Dr. Chirin offers to save Hugo by connecting his severed head to Alita's life support system. Sapan disfigures him when he tries to stop Alita after realizing the ploy, taking her valuable Damascus blade. After attaching Hugo's head to a cybernetic body, Ito informs Alita that Vector's promise to assist Hugo in getting to Zalem was a lie. Ito, who is a citizen of Zalem by exile, is certain that Iron City residents cannot enter Zalem until they win a Motorball championship. When Alita breaks inside the factory, Vector tells her that Chirin has been taken out for her organs. Grushka is summoned by Vector, but Alita can easily destroy him because to her new nanotech body. She makes Nova communicate with her via Vector. Alita fatally impales Vector as Nova threatens to hurt her friends. Ito gets in touch with Alita to inform her that Hugo has left to go up a cargo tunnel that leads to Zalem. When Alita catches up with him, she begs him to come back to her. He eventually gives in, but not before Nova drops a serrated defense ring that tears apart his torso and launches him off the tube. Alita manages to catch him but fails to lift him. Hugo expresses gratitude to Alita for saving him from certain death. After several months, Alita has become a rising star in the motorball competition. She is backed by the audience and promises revenge, aiming her plasma-charged blade at Zalem while Nova smirks overhead.